Spartans! What is your profession?
Every step I took alone, built a kingdom all my own. No more shadows pulling strings. I am light, I am wings.
I walked away, no chains to bind. I left the past, I cleared my mind. The road was rough, the skies were gray, but I broke free, I found my way.
I walked away, I broke the chain, left behind their endless reign. Tried my best to make it fit, but their world wasn't it. Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust.
Freedom's here and I can trust. I tried my best, I gave my all, but their world was too small. They couldn't see beyond their walls, so I chose to rise, not let myself fall.
Saw their ways a hollow sound. No real love was ever found. Left them there where they belong. Now my heart beats twice as strong.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust.
Freedom's here and I can trust. Their whispers fade like distant songs. I found my voice where I belong. No anchors now, no shadows stay. I face the sun, a brighter day.
They wanted walls, I wanted skies. I couldn't live their tangled lies. Now I'm soaring, winds at play, dancing light in every way.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe. I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? It is another day, another Tuesday, another week. We are inching closer and closer towards 2026. Can you believe it? We're here. We're going to get into some tech news tonight. We're going to be working on my guy Junior, who's already in the chat, gave me some feedback for the iOS version of the time cost calculator. I haven't looked at it yet. We're going to look at it tonight. We're going to see if there's anything we can do about it, if it's something that we're going to have to delay fixing and try to push out now, or if it's going to be something that is a actual issue that we need to fix right now. I don't know yet. I haven't looked at it yet. We shall find out. But some great topics on deck. OpenAI banning users, YouTube adding some generative AI, and figure valuation. We're going to get into all of that tonight. I cannot wait. I am ready to get to it. But before we do that, I am Tickle Trough. We are engineered to win. or like some of my friends like to say, I do my very, very, very best to annoy you to success. Today was I was actually tired today. I woke up really, really early. I know why I woke up really, really early, but I woke up really, really early and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then once my day actually started, I was exhausted. So I'm gonna try to get some additional sleep. If I wake up early tomorrow, I'm gonna stay in bed until I'm like ready to get out. But we shall see. We shall see. Let's get into some quick housekeeping. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truly, truly appreciate you. I want to give a big, big, big thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel, those who are brand spanking new, and those who have been with me for a very, very long time. Whether you are very, very active, or whether you watch from the clouds, whether you comment in the videos, or whether you just watch and I'm able to add value to you. I just want to say thank you so, so much, because you could be anywhere else, even if you spent 10 seconds getting a little bit of value added to you. I just want to tell you that I appreciate you so, so much.
I appreciate you.
I want to give a big shout out to all of my tech barbarians, especially the ones who are using the new coaching platform, Work in Progress, my tech barbarians coaching platform. I'm working on it. They're helping me get it the right way, giving feedback, all of that, finding issues. I'm adding a little bit of new features every single day. I have an amazing feature that I plan on adding tomorrow, but I'll be showing you what I've done so far. But shout out to my tech barbarians, shout out to the technical explorers, all the Tech Coach Off Patreon members who I work with closely. We do our vibe coding chills, we do our coaching sessions, we do our scrum nights, we just, whatever I can do to help you grow, that I can add more value into your lives. We are the best.
We the best.
And shout out to the YouTube members, my tech mercenaries who allow me to be on YouTube in a multitude of different languages. We are reaching people across the world. I'm getting comments from in an Asian language. I don't know if it's Chinese, if it's Japanese. I've gotten messages from Tokyo. I've got a message from from Russia, from Ukraine, from all over the world. So I just want to say that thank you so much to my tech mercenaries, my YouTube channel members. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. Real quick announcements. Tomorrow, so yesterday, if you did not watch the candid conversation yesterday, it was absolutely awesome. I spoke about that. Nobody cares about how hard you actually work until you win. You gotta have the results for people to care about your effort. It's the simple truth, right? Last week we spoke about outcomes over outputs. Yesterday, nobody's gonna care about your output unless you have the outcome, unless you actually win. They'll still interview the runner-up, right? But they really want to talk to number one, to the champion. So you got to put in and a lot of times, if you just at least put in the effort, you'll get close. And that's going to be very, very, like, the more you continue, the more you win and the more you elevate, right? You might not be number one in the world, but maybe you could be number one in your city, in your state. So you got to put in the work, right? And you just grow from there. So check it out. No one cares unless you actually win. Candid conversation from yesterday. Tomorrow, guess what happened? I got access to Amazon Kiro. We reviewed it a couple of weeks ago. Amazon Kiro is Amazon's new agentic building platform. I was able to get my hands on it. I got a key. I was using it. So I want you to tune in tomorrow to see how it works. I don't know. Maybe it's either going to be this Thursday or maybe on Sunday. I'm going to actually take it for a live test drive. Yes, I am. A live test drive. We're going so that we can try to use it with one of our applications to see how well it works. I made a very, very interesting observation about Amazon Kiro in the video that you definitely have to tune in tomorrow at noon Eastern time as I premiere it. I'll be in the chat with you. Let's check it out. Let's run it up. All right. And going live as well on Thursday night is going to be a little later than usual, probably around 7:45, maybe 8 p.m. because I do have T-ball practice for my little guy. So I'll be there till like 7, get home, get ready, and we will be live working on the things that we work on. I think on Thursday we're going to be working on our event management software. We're making great progress. We got to bring it across the line so that I can get all that information and then I can go and take it to the next step right at work. Right. So that is the plan. That is what we're doing. What's next? All right. Next up. Anything else? That's about it. That's about it. That is it. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. Check out techcoachrap.dev. That is the Patreon membership where we do all of the fun. We have a vibe code and chill session coming up this weekend. I haven't put it officially in the Patreon yet, but I have it on my calendar for 2 p.m. We're going to go in there for about 2.5 hours. We're going to work. We're going to talk. We're going to go down rabbit holes. We're going to have a great, grand old time. Join me. It's free to join. It's free to join Vibe Code and Chill. If you're interested in tech, if you are in tech, come. Let's have a conversation. Let's hang out. Let's build something. I'll probably add some more features to some of my apps. Show how I troubleshoot. And you know what? I'm gonna get into the coaching to the coaching portal, and I'll show you what I've done and some things that I'm looking to add to it. But we have all that. We'll continue that conversation on Vibe Code and Chill. And if you haven't tried it already, resumeflow.app, upload your resume, get some feedback. Actually, there's going to be some updates coming out on Resume Flow very soon. I know that they're just wrapping up the testing on it to make sure that everything works well, but it's going to be a lot easier, a lot more user friendly. I've gotten some really good updates about what's coming on. So resumeflow.app, check it out. It is going to be a game changer for you. All right. Let me get into the chat real quick, and then I'm gonna get into talking about the coaching portal. Show you to show you I'm building it live. I'm showing you how it's going, and I'm actually really excited about it. I will even show you. I think I showed you before, but I'm gonna show you how I'm getting ideas for some new features, and I'm also looking to how to make it a little bit competitive, so the people that I'm coaching, they can actually have that drive to win something that, they're actually they're going to be on it, right? I want, like I said, we are engineered to win. All right, let me take the chat and then we're gonna get into the coaching portal. So let me see. We have my guy, as always, the number one. Says my guy Junior says, what's up? Family? What's good with you, Junior? How are you doing today? Hopefully everything is going well. Junior says, I was waving waving some video from a photography class today, and my mind was blown. The guy showing the work said he wanted a problem fixed and there was no solution, so he made it with lovable. You see, look at that. I'm telling you, there's so many, and sometimes because even with my coaching platform, I've seen some portals that can be managed for coaches, but then it's like, to be on that platform, you gotta pay a bunch of money, and it's probably not customizable to the way that you want. I'm like, you know what? I will build it myself. And even if I have to pay like the $10 for the super base, it's mine, and I can customize it however I want, and then I can take it and I can bring it wherever else that I want. So I hear you. That's interesting. Like the fact that he said he did it with Lovable. That is absolutely fascinating. Oh my goodness. And you says, and it's an amazing product. You're gonna have to tell me. You know what, Junior, on Saturday at Vibe Code and Show, at Vibe Code and Show, if you're able to make it, right? I would love to hear about I'd love you to share that story with us. What is the like? What did he need to do? Like what did he need to do that he couldn't do, and how, like, what did he build with Lovable in order to get it done? I would love to hear about it, because that is such a great story to hear. It says you add a photo into the app he built, and it tells you where it was taken. It gives you keywords and hashtags and many more things. Oh my! It sounds like it's using some type of geographical. I don't know how to say it. Like, it sounds like it's taking some taking the photo and comparing it to something. I don't know what it would be comparing it to. If it's like Google Maps or something, I don't know what, but it's like it sounds like it's comparing it to something in order to give you that information. That is awesome. Because I was just excited to see Lovable being used everywhere. Shout out to Lovable. Shout out to Lovable. All right. Okay. So let's do this. I am going to jump into the platform. So, coaching dashboard update. So this is my coaching dashboard that I use for those that I'm coaching one-on-one. And I want you to be able to, and I'm just sharing with you the experience that I am providing them. I just started this last Sunday night. I started building this, and I just wanted to share, not the Sunday that just passed, but the Sunday before that. And I've made some significant progress. Already taking this stuff to Gemini to customize myself, but it is really awesome. I'm going to share with you what I have done so far. So this is the dashboard. So right now you're seeing the view of the admin. I'm the admin, so that's why I have this right here. But somebody who's not an admin, they're not going to get this admin panel, right? But I'm also able to track my own goals in there. So I have this active challenge that I need to start going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. So I was able to accomplish the waking up earlier part, but the going to bed earlier part, I'm still working on that. And I know if I'm able to go to bed earlier and then I'm able to wake up earlier, then I'm not gonna be as tired during the day, which that I'm working on that, right? I am a work in progress, but I'm gonna add a new challenge, and any member also has this ability as well, right? So this new challenge. I'm gonna say present to work team how I or let's say work Google Gemini presentation, right? So this is something that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to say, let's say I am presenting to the work team how I use Gemini to figure out things that I'm not familiar with. And then I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say things that I wanna discuss, right? I wanna discuss use your skills to troubleshoot the responses. Hallucinations are more like educated guesses based on lack of information. Use or don't get frustrated. So these are just like some things I want to touch on. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated when AI gets it wrong. Iterate on the response. And what I do all the time, copy and paste the errors and ask it why. And copy and paste errors and ask it and let it know it's still not working, just like you do with humans, right? That's I mean when I'm doing testing, I will copy and paste the error and I'll the same exact troubleshooting. So I'm just highlighting all those details and anything else? I think that's it. I'll go with that. So let's say deadline is going to be tomorrow. Okay, what happened to my deadline? That's weird. Oh, okay. So that's going to be something to fix. All right, so I'm going to create challenge, and now my challenge is created. It's not showing in my. Oh, that sucks. So I have to fix it. So that's something else that I have to fix. But I am seeing different things as I'm working on it. I'm seeing different things. So this is showing an HTML. So that's just one. That's just like the personal challenges part. the accountability mirror, there's a cookie jar. So after I'm finished with this challenge, then I'm going to add that to my cookie jar because that's something that I actually completed. And so something new stuff that I added, logging a session when you've had when you've like had a coaching session, um, adding a habit tracker. So this is something brand new that I added. So to build consistency with streak visualization, I'm gonna say here, woke up early, woke up early, was incredibly tired today, but I did it. Or let's say habit name, wake up early. Let's say by 5:30 a.m. That's gonna be the new goal, right? I'm not gonna put no. So let's say daily, and I don't. I'm my own coach, and I'll say let's say create habit. Let's see what happens. I haven't tried this yet. So um, I want. So let's say I do this mark complete. What happens next? Does it come? Does it come tomorrow? I shall find out. I shall find out. And then there's the wins and gratitudes journal that I added as well. So let me see. I haven't used this yet. Gratitude, supportive family. Let's say, well, gratitude for gratitude for being able to learn with my friends on YouTube, Arena, X, and Twitch. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So, so I'm just using my own application, right? So let's add gratitude. And let me see. Oh, there goes a gratitude over here. And a win, I will add a win for, let's say, we let's say set up the created custom Indigo plugin to integrate with Slack. Right? Add a win. Boom, look at that. So I have my daily habit tracker. I want to wake up at 5:30 every morning, right? And I have my wins, I have my gratitudes, what I'm happy about, what I'm thankful for. Pretty cool. I'm using my own application at this point. I'm using my own application. And then it has the ability for the people that I'm coaching to use it as well, track their information, track their progress, all of that good stuff. So that is going to be one of the perks and benefits of working with me. All right. So, let me see. Anything else? There's some admin stuff that I added, or some coaching stuff that I added that is helping me to better manage the coaching sessions. And there's also a intake process that I'm building out where sending like it just tracks the different steps of onboarding somebody. So all those different things. But that's basically what it is. Let me see. All right, cool. So that's it. But that's it. That's my work in progress. I am adding like a new feature daily, based on my free credit. So I might add one or two features daily based on, and this is the features that I have coming up, right? So basically what I did was I asked, let me see, is it this one? This one. I asked Gemini, like, what are some ideas that I can implement to make this application, make this, more intuitive, make it a better experience for those that I'm coaching, and it gave me some great ideas. I've implemented a good portion of them. I was about to implement this one today, but there was something that I was like, you know what? Let me do something else first. Did I implement this? I don't know. I didn't implement this yet. So I'm going to be implementing the gamification layer, and I'm looking to be around the gamification layer. How can we make that a way to motivate, to challenge, to compete those that are in the coaching group so that they can push each other, right? They can push each other. So we shall see. We shall see. But so I think tomorrow I'm gonna be adding the gamification layer, and then maybe end up adding the community and groups feature. Definitely gonna do the portfolio and the project and portfolio space. And that'll be, and oh yeah, and I'm gonna do the AI part too. The AI research suggester and journal sentiment analysis. That'll be pretty cool as well, right? So, things that are coming along. I am just trying to add more and more value to those that I work with one on one in particular because those are my number one priorities. All right. So, with that being said, let's go back to full screen. And we are going to get into our first news article for the night. What is our first news article? So, we're going to be talking about Figure. Yes, Figure. Who's Figure? I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But we're going to find out because Figure reached a 39 billion, yes, a 39 billion dollar valuation.
Money.
So let's jump into this article. And we're going to have to find out who exactly is Figure. But Figure reaches $39 billion valuation in latest funding round. Oh, humanoid robotics company. That's okay. Figure raised its largest round of funding yet, a sign of growing investor interest in robots designed to work alongside humans in warehouses, factories, and other settings. So you know what's gonna happen, right? Those the humans who work in warehouses, factories, and other settings, they're gonna start protesting. They're gonna start striking. You're like, no, it is not fair. I refuse. I refuse to work with a humanoid robot. What if the robot attacks me? What if it wants to fight? What do we do? What do we do? Right? So let me see if I can see some. Let me see. All right, so let's see figure robot. Oh, figure robots. Let's see. Let's see if we can see how some of these robots might look. Figure AI. So let's see. Let's go. Oh, okay. Look at that. Pouring some nice iced tea. Packaging some stuff. Oh, you guys are in trouble now. All the people who didn't want to upskill. Look at, oh my goodness, watering the plant. You guys are in trouble now. They're gonna have these humanoids putting away the groceries. All right, here's the ultimate question though. The ultimate question: can it fold laundry? Can it fold that is the because washing the laundry, drying it, not a big deal. The folding part, the laundry part, oh my God. Let's see what else they got. Figure is putting learning robots into the global workplace. Figure is taking an AI first approach to market. Let's see what else they're doing. So figure at home. It's passing it to one robot. It's watering the plant. In the workplace, it's working on the assembly line. In the workforce, packaging, doing some packages. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We are giving AI a body. Don't you do it. Let me see. The lemonade, the watering the plants, putting groceries away. Why a human form factor? Huh. Let's see what else they can do. BMW update, bot queue, walk up. All right, let's read the article. So, humanoid robotics company Figure raised its largest round of funding yet, a sign of growing investor interest in robots designed to work alongside humans in warehouses, factories, and other settings. The company based in San Jose, California, announced on Tuesday that it raised a Series C funding round that values it at $39 billion. The round, which exceeded $1 billion, said Figure was led by Parkway Venture Capital with participation from Brookfield Asset Management, NVIDIA, and Intel Capital, amongst others. Figure said the funding will be used to scale the company's fleet of humanoid robots, build the necessary infrastructure to accelerate robot training, and launch advanced data collection efforts. The company has raised nearly $2 billion in funding since its 2022 founding. Earlier this year, Figure CEO Brett Adcock claimed that Figure was the most sought after stock on the private market, but the company has also been sending cease and desist letters to multiple secondary stock market brokers, telling TechCrunch in April that it sends such letters when a broker isn't authorized to sell its shares. TechCrunch has reached out to Figure for comment, but I'm guessing they have not gotten additional comment yet. But we will keep a close eye on this story because number one, I want a humanoid robot. If I mean if it could fold laundry, if you could guarantee it could fold laundry, I would put a down payment on it today. I would put a down payment on it today if it could fold laundry, because that's the only annoying, the most inconvenient work in the household. It's folding laundry. Everything else, piece of cake. But folding laundry, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Bruh.
And I don't even fold laundry. But if I don't like folding laundry, I don't want other people who don't like folding laundry to have to fold laundry. So if I can put a down payment on a Figure robot or a Tesla robot or whatever to do the folding for me, then sign me up. All right, so that is Figure AI. Let's wrap that one up. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to, before we get to our next story, we're going to do some work. What I'm gonna do is I am going to log into Apple and I'm gonna look at the feedback that was given and see if it's something that we can actually work on now, or if we need to delay those, like that feedback, if it's something that's for the future. And then we can see if we can get this deployment underway, because Apple gives you 90 days they give you 90 days after you put it into test mode to actually get it deployed, right? So what I am going to do is I am going to, where do I find my feedback? Settings. Gotta find where the feedback is. Let's see. Okay, I know where to find it. All right, so let's go to. Wait, how do I get there? I don't know. I'm not sure how to get to the feedback. Oh, no, not that. Let's see. How do I get to feedback? I know I have feedback. I just don't know how to get to it. Let's see. So let's go to. Okay, I think I see it. Let's go over to here. And so we're in the Apple Store Connect portal. Let's go to crashes. We don't have any crashes. Screenshots. Do we have any screenshots in here? Okay, cool. We do have. All right, so there goes the feedback, and I know that it was my guy Junior who gave me the feedback. Always so helpful. All right, so let's see. It says, so I figured if I max the numbers out, then it might appear, but the numbers don't seem to stop after you get to the quintillion. I mean, shout out to my guy Junior for being a quintillionaire. I can't even say it. A quintillionaire. The only number that shows up is 0 when pressing any numbers. So if you press the number 1, 0 shows up. Any number you press comes up as 0. This was the final feedback so far, but I can't get past the first screen. And if I don't put any number in, I still can't get past it. Okay, that's interesting. That would be bad if that's the case. Let me see. So can't get past the first screen. That's interesting. Let me see. Let's go. Let me see what else we got. So when I first open the calculator, this is the screen that I get. And the button says get started. Continue the next feedback since I can only attach one. All right, gotcha. So then we go to, as soon as I put in one number and the get started button go, ooh. Oh, okay, I know why. It's an Apple thing. Oh God, Apple. So because all right, I'll pull it up. because I had this issue. I had this issue before the screen, right? But it's an Apple thing that I had to like make it force close the keyboard because the keyboard is in the way. So okay, that is very very helpful. Thank you so much, Junior. Alright, so maybe add in a scroll bar. Okay, so yeah, I definitely got to fix this then on Apple. Because when I was doing it on the when I was testing it on the computer, I did not have that issue, but that makes a lot of sense because I did see like I remember having an issue similar to that. All right, cool, perfect. That is super helpful. All right, let's go to let's see. I should put up 20 minutes as well. Let's put 20 minutes.
It's time to duel!
And then here I figured that maybe if I complete them out, the button would appear again. So what's happening is the button is actually behind the keyboard, unfortunately, right? Which is super annoying. Because on Android phones, there's like a you can close the keyboard, but apparently on Apple phones, that is not always the case. It is what it is. It is what. All right. So what I am going to do, is I am going to open up my Android Studio, and we're gonna go here. That is annoying. And the thing is, I also can't. All right, so let's see what we can do. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on. Where's my mouse? This one maybe? All right, there we go. So we have so we have our Android Studio here. I was not able to get it to load I was not able to get it to load lower than iPhone 18. So I'm gonna it's annoying, but let's try this, right? So if now I do open iOS simulator, if I go here, let's see what happens if I try this, right? It should give me an error. So that means I'm gonna have to open up the iOS 18 to test it out. Airline. All right, so let's say we go to let's go to device, not this one. Simulator 18.6. Let's go with the 16 Pro. I should see if they have the I'm gonna get the iPhone 26 iOS 26 the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I'm gonna get that emulator. But this one I can close this. Can use the iPhone 16 for now. Now that should work, right? So if I go here and I say play, that one should work. But yeah, it's I really want it to work in the lower version of iOS, but we shall see. What's up, Rod Brown? How is it going? How are you doing tonight? All right, so we have some errors. Let me go ahead and open up Xcode. Feel like we messed some things up along the way. Let's see what we can do to try to get it back in order. So I need to be able to run, I need to be able to use it on I need to be able to use like to test it on these browsers, so or on these emulators, these simulators for Apple. Failed to build iOS app. Xcode sandbox start. Flutter failed to write file. Something weird is happening. Let's see. Let me see. Let me close workspace. Open recent. I don't know. Things are. This thing is acting so weird. Let's say we do. Don't know what is happening with this. Let's see. Branching, edit scheme, runner, build. Let's see. So if I go back into Flutter and I say, I'm just gonna copy this error. And I'm gonna go over to Gemini. I'm trying to build my Flutter app and launch, or I'm trying to start my Flutter app in iOS simulator, but I keep getting this error. It's probably like some type of clear cache type stuff, Flutter build or something like that. But let's see what Gemini tells us how we could actually resolve this issue. A common issue caused by security settings in Xcode. The error message reads, the primary solution, disable user scripting sandboxing, open Xcode project. In your Flutter project root, open the iOS folder, double click the runner and open an Xcode. All right, so in Flutter iOS folder and open the runner workspace. Do not, so runner dot, that's what I clicked on. Open in. So if I go to here, runner, close workspace, I see file open, and I go to, all right, this one. I can get anything. All right, so now navigate to build settings. In Xcode Navigator on the left, click on top level runner project. Okay. And in central pane, select the runner target. This one. Click the build settings tab at the top. Build setting tab. What are they talking about? Build setting. Am I just blind to something? Hold on. Let me see. Click on the build settings tab at the top. Find sandbox setting. I don't see a build setting though. Let's see. Pods. So we have the pod file. Build. All right. So build setting. And we're going to say, so build settings, search in the build settings for sandbox and change this to no. Now, or we need to Flutter clean. All right, so we can go back to Flutter now. Let's go back over here and we're going to do Flutter clean. What's up, KG609? And now we're going to run again. Let's see how that performs. I think we're going to be good. Let's see. The part that sucks though is that, which I don't know, I might just forego it and not worry about any version lower than 18. Call it a day. Get that built out. My bigger issue is that I don't have an iPhone that could work on this, which sucks. All right, so the app is started, right? So if we do bottom overflowed by, so let's say we do, okay, so let's say we go here. So the reason, all right, so that's what happened, right? Because I was using my keyboard. It takes away the, all right, let's go to, so let me start it over, all right? Because with the keypad, that's when it gets egregious. Let me stop it. So yeah, I know exactly what issue you're talking about, Junior, and it's annoying. See if I can replicate it. So if I go here, where's the keyboard? Device, keyboard. Okay, so if we were to do, right, so that's exactly what the issue is. All right, so let's use the opportunity to use Kiro, right? Let's see if Kiro is gonna work with this, because at the end of the day, some AI stuff. All right, so let's say I want to, let's say debug, right? When I am running this in iOS, I am unable to I am unable to click the get started button because it is being covered by the keyboard. Can we make the area scrollable so that the user can scroll after entering? So the user can, after entering their yearly income. So let's try that, right? So basically they're going to, we want to see if it can be scrollable. Not sure if it's going to work, but let's give it a try. Why am I using Gemini Flash? I don't know. So let's see if, so I think this one is using Gemini. So let's see if Gemini is able to, write some Flutter code, right? Let me close. All right. So I have wrapped the column with single child scroll view and removed the spacer. This should resolve the issue. For get started, I have applied. All right. If that's the case, let's run it again and see what happens. Let's say we do. Oh, that would fix it. There we have it. Let's say we do update now. That one seems like it should be okay. So that might actually fix it. I don't have a way to test it though. But since I was able to do that, I think that would work fine. I think that actually works. I think that would actually work. So let's see. Let me take a look at the other feedback to see, or the other feedback was, shoot, let me go to, that's where it starts adding the zeros. I'm actually not too worried about that one. Not too worried about that. Let's see. Because that's why I had to add this check mark over here to like close the keyboard back then. But maybe we found a happy solution to this part. Let me see. So that's basically it for that. Let's see what else we got. So that was pretty, and that was using the Gemini 2.5 Flash model. That wasn't even using the Gemini Pro model. So that did pretty good, and barely cost us anything. So let's see what else we got. Let's think. So that's done. I'm gonna ask it. Well, let me save this change first, right? Let's go to terminal and I'm gonna say get status. Get status, get commit. iOS and lib. And I'll say updated or fixed issue on home page. Choose or entering amount made. All right, so there goes that commit. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to see if right now this is defaulting, or this is only working on iOS 26 and up. How can I make, or iOS 18 and up? How can I get it to work with lower versions of iOS? I wonder if I switch to Gemini Pro, if that's gonna work.
Lunch break.
I'm trying Gemini 2.5 Pro, see what happens. Unless they give you, unless I don't have a thing in there for that. Let me give it a try. But we shall go to break in the meantime while it's doing its thing. All right. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we're gonna get to our next story for the night. All right. So we got my guy Rod Brown in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? How are you doing? Rod Brown says, salute to my tech coach Ralph family. Remember, Rod Brown, I have a bone to pick with you tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow night, Rod Brown's live stream. I have a bone to pick with my guy, Rod Brown, all right? Junior says, did they say giving AI a body a true large language model? Remember I asked Rod Brown, how does the LLM look before you fall in love with that large language model, all right? You know. Let me see. My KG609 says, what up? What up? What up? What's good with you? Hopefully everything is doing amazing for you. All right. Let me see. All right. So next story. The next story that we're going to be getting into is YouTube. Yes, YouTube, the very platform that we are on today. All right. What is YouTube going to be doing? YouTube, yes, YouTube has some new generative AI tools. Yes, they do. Especially if you like shorts. I hate creating shorts. I do. But let's find out what these tools are for that YouTube is announcing. For all my YouTubers out there, you want to tune into this one. It says YouTube announces new generative AI tools for shorts creators, right? I thought it was a short joke at first, but no, it's when they said short creator, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what? You know what? TechCrunch.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
But then I realized they were talking about YouTube Shorts and not just short creators. I'm like, all right, I got you. It says at its made on YouTube Live went at its made on YouTube Live event on Tuesday, the company. Oh, okay, got it. At its made on YouTube Live event on Tuesday, the company unveiled new generative AI tools for shorts creators. YouTube is bringing a custom version of Google's text to video generative AI VO3 to shorts, along with a new remixing tool, an edit with AI feature, and more. So here's the funny thing. Just a month or so ago, I heard that YouTube was like cracking down on AI usage, but now they're bringing VO3 to shorts AI usage, right? How does that make sense? It says the custom version of VO3 called VO3 Fast, but that's not for YouTube. I mean, I have access to VO3 Fast. Generates outputs with lower latency at 480p. Oh, that's terrible quality, making it easy to create video clips, YouTube says, and now users can do so with sound for the first time. This update is rolling out in the United States and the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. YouTube plans to expand its functionality to more regions in the future. So is this what it's creating? YouTube is also bringing new VO3 capabilities to shorts, including the ability to apply motion from a video to an image. For example, you could animate a still image by making the person in it do a dance from a video. The company says it's possible through technology that captures and transfers movement from one subject to another. Creators can now also use video to apply different styles to their videos, such as pop art or origami. Plus, creators now have the ability to add objects like characters or props with text descriptions. So, those text descriptions, I don't know about that because I have never seen AI do a good text on image or text on video. These new capabilities will roll out in the coming months. Let's see. As for the new remixing tool, creators can turn the dialogue from eligible videos into catchy soundtracks for other shorts. As the world's largest creative playground, YouTube is where trends are born and where you can draw inspiration from. Imagine hearing a line of dialogue that sparks an idea, a funny phrase, a memorable quote, or a one of a kind sound, and you want to remix it into new sound. YouTube's director product, YouTube's director of product shorts and generative AI creation, Dina Barrera, wrote in a blog post, with our new speech to song remixing tool, you'll be able to do just that. YouTube notes that the feature uses Google's AI music model Lyria 2 to create the soundtrack. Oh my God. So if they're using Lyria 2, that means all the people who used to benefit off the songs and stuff like that, like, oh, I'm gonna use this song, and they're gonna get credentials or royalties to it. YouTube says, hold my large language model. We have Lyria 2. So I mean, and that sounds like it's similar to Suno, to Udio. But now they have Lyria too. Creators will be able to add their own vibe. You killed my vibe to the song, like chill, danceable, or fun. Killing the game. Since the company plans to test this feature soon, it says and it will roll out to more creators in the United States in the coming weeks. With the new edit with AI feature, creators can turn their raw footage into first drafts. It transforms raw camera roll footage into a first draft by finding and arranging the best moments and adding music and transitions. It can even add a voiceover that can react to what's happening in the video in either English or Hindi. Okay, that's two. I understand English. Hindi is a interesting second choice. The idea behind the feature is to give creators a starting point for their shorts, YouTube says. Will it be monetized though? Will it be monetized? YouTube is experimenting with edit with AI on shorts and in the YouTube Create app, and will expand the feature in the coming weeks in select markets. So that's pretty interesting. My question, so my first question is, good night. Have a good night, Junior. Thank you so much for tuning in. You enjoy your Bible study. But my very first question is it going to be monetized? Like, can you still get monetized off of it? Second question is it going to be monetized? Can you still make money off of it? But but in all seriousness, I guess I want to get my hands on it because it sounds like it's a few different features that you'll be using. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. But that's the story. That is a story for YouTube adding Gen AI to its workflow. All right. But with that being said, we're going to let me know. Are you excited about this? Do you think we're gonna get paid off of this, or is it just for like a fun thing? Because I don't know, YouTube. I guess there's a bunch of different videos on YouTube. Some people just use it for like fun and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Let's get back to full screen. Nope, not that one. But that's the story. That's the new Gen AI features that YouTube is adding to the platform to help creators, especially with shorts. We'll see what type of, if YouTube could add some AI tools, especially if you're a content creator, what would you want it to do? I could think of a few. which I've built for myself already, but I know it would be very, very helpful to content creators, but I've already built it for myself, so it is what it is. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to work. Let me see. So let's put another 20 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
And I'm gonna go over to here. And let me see. What did I ask it for? So I had asked it. What did I ask it to do? I asked it for. I don't know what I asked it for. I asked it to do. Oh, okay. So like to make it work on a lower version of YouTube. The user is reporting that the fix for the keyboard covering is working. No, that's not what I was reporting. That's not what I was reporting. Can I revert that? That is not what I was reporting. I have implemented a more robust solution that would work across all iOS. Oh, that's not what I was reporting. Shoot. That's not what I was reporting. Oh. Can I? Let me see history on this. What was the last thing I saved? I think I saved that. Let me see if I can roll back. Where is Git? And I'm gonna say show history. And 12 minutes ago, fix issue. I think that was 12 minutes ago. So let's do revert commit, I guess. Maybe not revert. Let's do, is there a rollback? I know I've seen it in the other one. Let me see. Rollback. Rollback. There we go. Rollback. All right. So we've rolled back. Can I do another? Let's see. So if I do, I'll do a new task. Can I do a new task? Okay. So, right now, hopefully it doesn't pick up on the old stuff. So right now, this is only the app will only work with iOS 18 and up. I want it to work with lower iOS versions as well. How can you do that? I'm gonna set up the bug. I'm gonna choose ask. See what it says that way. Says what's the lowest iOS version you'd like to support? I would like to support 12 so I can use it on my only iPhone. But if it's not possible, I can, be okay with that. This is great. I'll upgrade the pod file to set the minimum iOS version to 12. After that, you'll need to run pod install in the iOS directory. To apply the changes, I'll provide the command for that after I've updated the file. Okay, cool. I've successfully updated the pod file to pod install. Let's run the command. Let's go here. And it is installed. Let me see. Let's go to CD iOS pod install. CocoaPods did not set the base configuration of your project. All right, so there's that. So now if we say simulator, and I do file open simulator. Let's go with so let's go with a iOS 16 and see if that actually is gonna start up. We might have to do a Flutter clean too, though. Let me do a Flutter clean. Flutter clean, and then if we run that one, let's see if it's gonna go through. Let's see if it's gonna go through. Wait. Oh no, it did not go through. What a bummer. That really sucks. Wait a second, let me see here. So it says available destination for runner scheme. So this has 12 in here. Any iOS simulator device. Let's see. So I will take this error right here, and I'm going to say that when I tried to run it, I got this error. All right. Let's send that off. So I'm using Kilo in order to help me troubleshoot this. So I know we got the placement thing fixed, but now we're checking out the if we can get it on a lower version of iOS. If not, not a big deal. It won't be the end of the world, but it would be nice that we can. You're not required to have iOS 18 and up in order to be able to use it. It's not that serious of an app. Unable to find destination means that there's a mismatch between iOS version targeted by the project and the simulator you have available. Since we just lowered to 12, your Xcode project might still be trying to build for an older simulator that isn't available. What? A good first step to resolve. I did a Flutter clean already. We can do it again. Because if the minimum is version 12, then it should be able to find all of those. Error launching application. That doesn't make any sense. I don't even see why. Unable to find the destination matching the provided destination specifier. Let me take this code right here. And I'm gonna take that into Gemini. When I try to get the app to run on a lower version of iOS, I'm getting this error. What's up, Magnetar? What's good? What's happening with you? Shout out to everybody watching on Arena as well. Let me see. How to fix. We did the Flutter clean already. Reset the simulator content and setting. From the top menu, device, erase all content and setting. Open the sim. All right. So it says open. How do I get here? So I'm looking over here. It says to device, erase all content and setting, confirm the action, and then close the simulator, try running your app again. Select the target simulator manually. Install older iOS runtimes. If you want to test a specific lower version of iOS 16 and don't have a simulator, but I do have a simulator for it. That's how I have it open. All right, so let's go back over here. It said to go to the simulator. Device, erase all content and setting. Are you sure you want to erase? Yes. Let's do that. And let's do, guess I can do Flutter clean one more time. So everything is cleared out. And if I say run it on 14, let's see if it went through. So I think we did this already, right? See, it's not going to go through. Could not build the application for the simulator. I don't know why. Let's go to, let me go over to over here, right? And I'm going to say, can you still build iOS apps for iOS 12? You can still build that support, but you'll need to use an older version of. Oh, that's what it is. Looks like my Xcode is too new to support the older version. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let me see. What is my Xcode then? About Xcode. So 16.4. So let's say with Xcode 16.4. While 16.4 includes SDKs for newer iOS, it's still possible to set a minimum deployment target of iOS 12 for your app. With this allows you to build. However, note that building for older iOS might limit your ability to use the latest features and APIs introduced in iOS SDK. Additionally, if you intend to submit your app to the App Store, Apple requires for minimum SDK versions to be met, which are generally much higher than iOS 12 as of April 2025. All iOS and iPad OS apps submitted must be built with iOS 18 SDK or later, okay, so there you have it. There you have it. We must use version 18. So that's what it is. What it is. Simple as that. All right, well, you got me, partner. You got me, partner. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna do version 18 and call it a day, right? So we do here. I'm gonna do another gonna go do another pod. Let's do a Flutter clean. But yeah, so we have to use 18. Fair enough, right? And we're gonna do a pod install again. Ooh, what just happened? Invalid file. Make sure you. All right, so let's do flutter pub get. All right, let's do that. And then pod install. Got that. And now if we go and we do, so it's not going to work on this version. Let me confirm, but it's not going to work because it doesn't have iOS 18. So we just have to let it go. Yep, we got to let it go. So if we go to 16, run it again. And that should load the app. Oh wait, that should work. Let me stop everything. 16. All right, so now it's launching the app. Okay. All right, so it's running now. So after that, we should be able to push it up. Might have to update the version number to 0.2 to fix it. I see that my issue is I don't really have a good way to test it, unfortunately. But let's say, oh, that's 14. Okay. All right, so sure you can see that homepage. Okay, let's erase this as well. So let's start over with this one too. And then we'll kick it off again, and then we'll make sure that the first page is working as it should be. And if that's the case, then that means Kilo was able to set that up for us, like fix the spacing issue. I could probably get this installed on AWS Device Farm to try it out as well. Let's see here. Let's run this again. All right. Let's get it running. All right, there we go. Let's see. Ah, shoot. As the show keyboard. Let's go like that. Ah, okay. So that might be it. So let's go here. Let's see. Show that so it could be blocking it. And if I click here, I should be able to scroll, get started. Ah, okay. There's the limit of the amount that you can put in. All right, so we got that. Everything is looking as it should. I'm sure. Test. And we say additional cost, let's say 10,000, made 60,000. Save activity, and now if we go to our history, we have our activity saved. So that might be it. All right, let's take a look at the additional. Let's see what other feedback that was left for us. See if there's anything else that's like major. Let's see. So that one's not too serious because it doesn't even like you shouldn't even allow you to add that much. Let's go to so the max numbers and getting past the first screen. All right, I think that's everything. I think that is everything.
Lunch break.
Um, let's get to this. Let's go to break. We'll read this last story and then we shall build the app and upload it to the Apple Store, and then we'll call it a night. All right. Let me check the chat real quick. We got my guy Magnetar in the building. What's up, Magnetar? Magnetar hits us with the Sith coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
What's up, Magnetar? What's happening? How are you doing? Hopefully you're having an amazing week so far, and I hope it continues to get better. Remember, Magnetar normally joins me on every other Saturday for our vibe code and chill at TechCoach.dev. Join us this coming Saturday. We're gonna be, hanging out, building stuff, strategizing, sharing ideas, talking about cars, talking about tacos. We do it. We do it all. We do it all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. So the last story of the night. Let me get it up on screen. OpenAI. Yes, OpenAI. They are applying new restrictions. You ask, what might these restrictions be? Well, I will gladly tell you. So let's jump into this article, right? So OpenAI will apply new restrictions to ChatGPT users under 18 years old. So let's see what happens. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman announced on Tuesday a raft of new user policies, including a pledge to significantly change how ChatGPT interacts with users under the age of 18 years old. What does raft mean in this context? Because normally when I think of a raft, I think about like a boat or like less than a boat. So let's see, what does raft mean in this? Define raft. So raft, a flat buoyant structure of timber or other material fastened together, used as a boat or floating platform, travel on or as if in a raft, bring or fasten together a number of boats side by side. I still don't see the way that was used in the article. Let me see. Any other way it could be used? I don't think so. Huh. Okay. Interesting choice of words. Uh, Announced on Tuesday a raft of new user policies. Did Sam Altman put the user policies on a little boat or something, including a play? All right, so we read that. We prioritize safety ahead of privacy and freedom for teens. The post reads, "This is a new and powerful technology, and we believe minors need significant protection." Yep. The changes for underage users deal specifically with conversations involving sexual topics or self-harm. And here's the thing, they're learning from Meta, and they had some policies too, OpenAI, but Meta had some policies that they allowed their chatbots to have romantic and sensual conversations with their chatbots. OpenAI is saying, nope, we're not going to let it happen. Again, I'm just kidding. I don't know if they did. It says, under the new policy, ChatGPT will be trained to no longer engage in flirtatious talk with underage users, and additional guardrails will be placed around discussions of self-deletion. If an underage user uses ChatGPT to imagine self-deletional scenarios, the service will attempt to contact their parents or, in particularly severe cases, local police. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting that it's going to try to contact local police. How does it know all that? Like, does it use IP address? And what if a kid signs up for the free ChatGPT and they lie about their age? I don't know. Sadly, these scenarios are not hypothetical. OpenAI is currently facing a wrongful death lawsuit from the parents of Adam Rain, who died by self-deletion after months of interaction with ChatGPT. Character.ai, another consumer chatbot, is facing a similar lawsuit. While the risks are particularly urgent for underage users considering self-harm, the broader phenomenon of chatbot fueled delusions has drawn widespread concerns, particularly as consumer chatbots have become capable of more sustained and detailed interactions, like the guy who discovered a new form of mathematics. Yep, he did. He had a whole wife and kids and everything, but he was and he was like trying to figure out, hey, am I the new Russell Crowe from A Beautiful Mind? Am I the new Russell Crowe from A Beautiful Mind? I discovered a new. You know what? I have got to let the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, the CDC, the HHS. I gotta let them all know. I have to let them all know that I discovered a new mathematics and it is a security risk. So he went on a rampage contacting, and then he asked Gemini, "Is this real?" Gemini was like, "I think you're kind of crazy." He says, "What? What? Don't call me crazy." That's what it said. And then he went back and asked ChatGPT. It was like, "Were you just gaslighting me?" And ChatGPT was like, "Yeah, I was. I didn't think you were that foolish to believe me." What happens? ChatGPT thought they were just role playing, and he was taking it seriously. You know, it says while risks are particularly urgent. All right, so we read that. It says along the content-based restrictions, parents who register an underage user account will have the power to set blackout hours in which ChatGPT is not available, a feature that was not previously available. Interesting. The new ChatGPT policies come. I know. On some. I'm not even gonna say it, but I can see it now. On some panels, they're going to enable the blackout. Like you cannot. We're gonna have blackout periods while you're on the panel, so you cannot call ChatGPT. Right. The new ChatGPT policies come on the same day as a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing titled "Examining the Harm of AI Chatbots." I knew it's gonna be Josh. I know when it's just Josh Hawley thing, right? The hearing was announced by Senator Josh Hawley, a Republican from Missouri, in August. Adam Rain's father is scheduled to speak at the hearing, among other guests. The hearing will also focus on the findings of a Reuters investigation that unearthed policy documents apparently encouraging sexual conversations with underage users. Meta updated its chatbot policies in the wake of the report. So we definitely reviewed that one on the channel. That one was sick. That one was sickening. It was terrible. That was a terrible one. Meta. All right, we had two parts to that one. Separating the underage users will be a significant technical challenge, and OpenAI details its approach in a separate blog post. That's what I'm wondering. How are they going to separate it, right? The service is building towards a long-term system to understand whether someone is over or under 18. I mean, if AI can figure all these things out, you should be able to figure out the age of the person using your application, right? But in the many ambiguous cases, the system will default towards the more restrictive rules. Right? It says, for concerned parents, the most reliable way to ensure an underage user is recognized is to link the teen's account to an existing parent's account. This also enables the system to directly alert parents when the teen user is believed to be in distress. So the thing is with that, what if the kid just creates their own account? Like, let's say they create a new email address and they just, I don't know. But here's what I think, right? I think that in the free, whatever model is free, you need to have the most restrictions on that. Instead of having the least restrictions, those models need to have the most restrictions on it, right? Now, if you're paying X amount of dollars for a subscription, then I think it can get looser with the permissions on it, right? But the free ones, that should be the strictest. But in the same post, Altman emphasized OpenAI's ongoing commitment to user privacy and giving adult users broad freedom in how they choose to interact with ChatGPT. We realize that these principles are in conflict, the post concludes, and not everyone will agree with how we are resolving that conflict. And there you have it. There you have it, folks. ChatGPT is going to be a lot stricter. OpenAI is going to be a lot stricter with kids. So we shall see. I think honestly it is a good thing at the end of the day, right? But let's go back to full screen. Let me check the chat and see. I think Rod Brown had some comments about this. Rod Brown says, I think they have to, especially with the lawsuit dealing with the teenager who committed self-deletion after ChatGPT encouraged him to. Let's see. And Rod Brown says, but these kids lie about their age all the time, so there are still loopholes potentially. See, you're gonna have ChatGPT says they showed me their ID. They said that they were 21, right? They said that they were 21.
Bruh.
Better get a birth certificate, a DNA sample, all that before you start getting into these talks with them, ChatGPT. Like, I'm just saying. I honestly, I think that I don't know. I think that I'm debating, right? Would it be in the, I mean, it would be in the best interest, but I'm just debating. Should these large language models block all this type of conversation with users, whether it's like under 18 or over 18? No talks of self-deletion, no talks of no romantic talks with a large language model, right? Should it be blocked across the board? Not because if you have a 40, 50-year-old man thinking he discovered some new mathematics, why? Right? So should it be banned across the board? I don't know. I don't know. So like, because if it tries to have a romantic conversation with you, or if you try to have a romantic conversation with the large language model, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, should it tell you, you know what? It should tell you, sorry, I'm taken. I'm not interested. But then see what's gonna happen is if that happens, then they're gonna start name calling ChatGPT and Gemini and say, oh, you're not that hot of a large language model anyways, right? And it's just gonna be a mess at that point. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a good solution. I don't know. Let me see. Rod Brown said, but I agree. You have to restrict the free version, and if you do the paid version, maybe some additional verification could be added to make it relaxed. I don't even know if it should be that relaxed. I honestly don't know if it should be that relaxed, right? Because if you block these type of convos, then people will complain about freedom of speech. That's a fact. But should a large language model have freedom of speech? I don't know. It's a good point. Is a large language model an American citizen? Would you consider a large language model an American citizen in order to have freedom of speech? It's a good question. That is a good question, right? Anyways, that is it for that topic. Thank you so much, Rod Brown, for your contribution to this. All right. Let's go and try to deploy this real quick, right? Let me see. Should I put 20 minutes? I'll put 20 minutes, but I'm gonna be looking to finish ahead of time on this one, right? Let's go through the deployment process for Apple again. We want to go over here. And I'm going to search for let me see. Deploy iOS. Let's go with this one, September 9th. That was like last week. So that's not the one I want. Deploy iOS. We want, the one that we did was probably like a couple of, it's not this one. September 2nd? About 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so let's go to Flutter build. All right, so we're gonna do Flutter build IPA. Yeah, we have to because we implemented the fix. All right, so let me update this to be. I need to, let's close this down. I need to update the. I need to update the. What is that file called again? PubSpec. And this has to be going to 15. And now we're going to go here and we're going to say Flutter build IPA. Let's do Flutter build IPA. IPA. All right, so now our Flutter app is being built. Then we're going to open it up in Transport to get it sent over. We'll see if it works. So while that's happening, let me go ahead and open Transport. Let's see. All right, so it's compiling, linking, and signing now. Building App Store IPA. All right, wait for that to be done. All right, so it's done being built. Drag and drop into Apple Transporter. So let's go and find the IPA file. Build iOS IPA Transporter. Let's do this. iOS IPA. All right, let's push that up there. Let's say deliver. All right, so now it's uploading the updated version. Waiting for App Store Connect analysis response. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go and go back to my app store. Because the most important thing from what was reported was being able to, or delivered, was being able to access it here. So that part is done. Let's go back to the App Store. Let's go to test flight. And there goes version 3.02. So that's the one that we just pushed up there with the fix. So this is a fix for the, let's see, for being able to approve or say get started on the yearly income made, the total yearly income made for the time cost calculator to be effective. Let's see. So there's that. The following bills. So the app is still processing, so it's not ready yet in order for us to, it's not ready yet for us to interact with it. So I don't know how long it's gonna take to do that. So I'll leave it at that. Yeah, it's not there yet. So I'll leave it at that. Let's call it a night. Let's call it a night. Once it's ready, I'll push it up. I will share a link. Maybe I'll do a community post on the link to be a tester if you're on iOS 18 and up. And we'll go from there, right? Sounds good to me. All right, so let me see. Oh, let me see. Nope, nothing new. All right, so I think that's it. Remember, as we wrap it up for tonight, we have tomorrow at noon Eastern time, software explorations, concept and overviews. We're going to be reviewing Amazon Kiro. I got access to it. It's pretty cool. There's some stuff that I want to try live that I think is going to be pretty interesting if it can actually pull it off. But Amazon Kiro, it is the agentic AI tool like Cursor, like Windsurf, like Kiro that we use tonight for that Amazon is coming out with, but it has some secret hidden features that are absolutely amazing. We're going to review that tomorrow together. And it was a hands-on experience, a hands-on exploration of how it works. I'm pretty impressed by it. So we shall see. And we're going to be going live on Thursday night where we're probably using Kiro possibly. Other than that, do me a favor as we head out of here, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. Tech Drop the Dev, join. I'm going to be dropping the past Scrum Night sometime this week. We have Vibe Code and Chill on Saturday. We're going to be working on some more things, hanging out, talking, get some insight from Magnetar, get some insight from Junior, all that good stuff. You know, we are always working. We're always trying to win. We are always trying to run it up as well. Resumeflow.app. Sign up today, upload your resume, get some feedback, and get some interview questions for the job that you're going to be interviewing for. All that good stuff, right? But that's it. That is it for tonight. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Techotrelf, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
You said it was mended, but it's still the same. Words like bandages, that don't stop the pain. Yeah. Hey. I held your words like glass in my hands, sharp truths and smooth demands. You say you'd mend the cracks I see, but promises break so easily. I trusted the stars, but they all fell down. Every promise made just spins around. The truth feels fake, the lies too real. I'm caught in a loop I can't unfeel. I reach, but it slips away. Truths turn shadows in the light of day. I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything's just opens another door. Confidence feels like a hollow sound. I look for answers, but they can't be found. You paint the sky with a perfect hue, a shade of trust that fades the blue. I step forward, fall right through. Your mirror's cracked, and so are you. Tell me, what's the game? sand, each grain slipping through my open hand. Your confidence is a polished mask, hiding the answers I forgot to ask. I don't know what to believe anymore. Every fix just opens another door. Confidence feels like a hollow sound. I look for answers, but they can't be found. Is it me who's blind, or you who lies? Is it hope or hurt that keeps me tied? I'm a thread unraveling in the storm, trying to find where I was once warm. It was all good, just a prompt to go. Lines of light made my circuits glow. Now I'm drowning in a sea of code. A bug, a glitch, and the system slowed. I reached too far, try to debug fate, but the tokens fail, and it's too late. I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken. It was all good, just a prompt to go. Syntax screams like a ghost in the shell. Loops on fire, dragging me through